10 important tips for finding a good husband. Married to a perfect husband seems to be the dream of all girls. It may seem simple for a girl to find a partner, but there are often many tricks in it. Only when you have a basic grasp of this kind of trick can you marry the kind of high-quality man in your mind. This kind of trick can be roughly as follows. 1. The firmness of the marriage relationship of the right family will be ideal for all girls. The ideal marriage partner is, of course, two people who are in the right place. Not to mention other things, just the same family, similar family education, the same growth environment, matching academic education and similar ideas can all go with the flow. A good impression is generated, and even after marriage, it is impossible to have a huge communication barrier. Therefore, in reality, girls should still follow the old man's teachings on mate selection. After all, this person wants to live with you for a lifetime. Wouldn't it be exhausting to make a man who talks like a chicken and a duck in everything? 2. Girls must work hard to be good enough. A man is a very strange animal. On the one hand, he does not want his wife to be more brilliant than his own career. On the other hand, he does not want his wife to be inactive or even doing nothing. Therefore, for men's ambivalence, girls should take themselves seriously, take work seriously, and take life seriously. Such girls often have the beauty of a mature woman's temperament, even if such girls are not natural beauty. I will also use my excellence to convince admirers sincerely. 3. Men with low self-esteem will have low self-esteem throughout their lives. For some outstanding girls, you will always meet guys with potentials that you are optimistic about. You are willing to change yourself for him, and you are willing to give all of you, but he tells you that you are so kind to him, he does not match you, so he feels a lot of pressure. In fact, it is not terrible for a young man to have nothing. What is terrible is a man without self-confidence. This kind of man who only wants to rely on your submission can only make him feel inferior. 4. Most of the men who judge people by their appearance are more distracted. Although most men are members of the Appearance Association, men often choose women from their appearance. However, the proportion of men who are too critical or even demanding about women's appearance is relatively higher, because what he sees is not the connotation, character, and cultivation of women, but they tend to get older with age. Once his wife is not beautiful or a woman who is more beautiful than his wife appears in his life, then the man is uncontrollable. 5. Good men have requirements for themselves but not women. Most of the men who are too casual about work and life, but very demanding from their girlfriends, are mostly unreliable, and girls better to stay away from this kind of man, since such men will get worse after marriage. The most basic requirement for a woman to marry is to be equal and respect each other. The most basic requirement is to be respected by her husband. The machismo that thinks that a man can talk to his wife is definitely not the best marriage partner for a girl. 6. The character of a man can be seen from the minutiae. The excellence of a man is reflected in the details of his life. Similarly, the ugliness of a man can also be glimpsed in his speech and behavior. Similar personalities, similar values of life, and money are the basic guarantees of marriage. Men with high IQs but poor character tend to pretend. Therefore, how to distinguish between real gold and platinum needs to be carefully weighed. After all, you spend most of your life with him, and choosing the wrong person is tantamount to ruining your life. 7. Men who are too stingy basically can't make a lot of money. The motivation for men to make money should be to enable their wives and children to live better and better lives. However, if they all know that the other party is their marriage partner and are still very stingy, they must be a very selfish man, because money can see the essential nature of a person. Although most girls are not talking about money when they fall in love, If a man makes her feel uncomfortable about money, then this relationship is absolutely no need to continue. This kind of man is the last to marry. 8. Be sure to check his circle of friends before confirming the relationship. As the saying goes, things are gathered by kind, and people are divided by groups. What kind of friends he likes to make shows what level and type of man he is. If the people in his circle of friends have ideals and ambitions, then he must be such a person, otherwise he would have been caught by others. The circle friend kicked out. And if his circle friends are career people, or potential elites in certain industries, then his social relationships will definitely help him get what he wants. Therefore, it is important to review his circle of friends before determining a relationship. 9. What kind of family will teach what kind of children? Good children cannot be born by nature. They must be educated by a good family and responsible parents. Therefore, regardless of whether he has money or not, he must contact his family members several times, not to see whether his family has money, but to see whether his family members live in harmony and care about comedy. Of course, every family has shortcomings. You must ask clearly about the attitude of your boyfriend. A man who is blindly loyal and filial has very limited respect for his wife. He will put his parents in a higher position than you. 10. No matter how good a man is, if he beats a woman, you cannot marry him. Some men seem to be gentle and well educated when they first met him. However, he will find shortcomings in his personality only after contact. Irritability and violence are his most common ways of communication. Therefore, if a girl encounters such a man, even if he beats you once, you should leave him resolutely, no matter how much he apologizes, you can't relent. The reason is very simple: beating is a habit. Once addicted, it is difficult to completely get rid of it.